Hi, you're listening to the My Reality Says podcast, brought to you by My Therapist Says. We're here to discuss everything pop culture, influencers, blind gossip, and of course, reality TV. We put the T in reality.
On this week's episode, we're going to be talking about the Kardashians, all the Khloe and Tristan drama. We're doing a full recap of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills finale and the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Also, some celebrity gossip, including the tea about Tom and Giselle's divorce. I'm Gina.
And I'm Nicole.
And welcome to our first episode.
And we're going to be discussing all the tea this week. I mean, I can't even keep up with how much gossip there was this week. I think I actually have whiplash from it.
I think we spent like 50 hours this week watching all the shows because there's so many new episodes this week. Like everything is airing right now. Pretty sure my boyfriend does not want to hear the word housewife ever again.
Oh my God, same. He's like, are you done yet? And I'm like, no, just have like 3 more hours of television to watch.
I'm like, it's for work.
Meanwhile, I'm on the couch, like passed out, like with my laptop and like popcorn, and this is work.
Well, I think we should start with the Kardashians because the new season just started.
It's so good. I think the season so far, I'm liking it actually better than the first season. The first episode made me so sad this season. Like I was actually in tears.
Oh my God, I cried.
Yeah.
Fully cried.
It was so emotional. And like, I feel so much for Khloe. I can't even imagine. She's been through so much. It's insane. As she said in that quiz, the most resilient fucking person ever. And she deserves like an award, like a Nobel Peace Prize.
I don't think I would be as like sweet and like understanding if someone put me through so much. So I think she's incredible for that alone. Like everything she's been put through is honestly what it's funny when they first started dating, like Khloe and Tristan, like 5 years ago.
Yeah,
I thought they were like the cutest couple. I was like, oh my God, they're like meant to be. I felt like Kim was a little jealous of them because they were so cute. And like, I don't know how we ended up here. And like, this episode was so emotional. And I was literally texting all my friends being like, oh my God, are you watching this? I'm actually tearing up.
same. And it's so sad because she wanted that like full-on fairy tale, like happy ending white picket fence. It's not worth her pain, I think, and I really hope she doesn't go back to him just because she wants that like idealistic lifestyle, because this should be the final straw. He's like the scum of the earth.
I mean, it would have been fake even if she like did try again, right? Like she knows it's not that ideal relationship. It's not even close. How can you keep going back to someone who keeps hurting you like that? Like he has zero respect for what they have. Like I don't understand. Honestly, she's still like so nice to him.
And even Chris was nice to him. Like we saw in the most recent episode, like she was like messaging him being like, oh, your life can change in a minute because like Tristan's basketball career was changing. And I was like, isn't this a little insensitive considering like what Khloe's going through and that her whole entire life has just changed? Like,
I know. It's like, I don't know. I feel like she's trying to like, not pick sides and kind of be like nice to him because he's her like grandchild's father. But I mean, like, I don't know. It couldn't be me.
It seemed like more of like a bestie, like friendship texting, not like, oh, it's Tristan and we have to like deal with him. And I think Chris did a little bit of that with Lamar, like when Lamar was going through all of his like addiction issues, and Chris was still like texting him on the side, which is kind of like an awkward dynamic for Khloe.
I think she does that with like everyone. I mean, she hangs out with Scott and like I think
she's like the mama bear of all of them, I think.
I do think they feel like a parental connection with her, like all the people that date into the family. And that's like very cool. But like I don't know, they keep disrespecting all of this and like the whole family embracing them and like, how do you
That's
cheat?
not
Like you're
what
basically
family
cheating.
does.
You're cheating on the whole family.
Yeah. It like I loved what Kylie said where she was like, this is like unforgivable in my books. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think she really like stood her ground and was like, this is it. I can't look at him the same way, basically. Which is how I think everybody who's not even in the family feels. Like I don't think I've ever felt this way about like a random celebrity cheater
Mm-hmm.
compared to how I feel about Tristan because he's just continuously doing it with like no remorse.
Yeah, and now it just like kind of makes Khloe look bad to so many fans because they're like, why do you keep letting this happen to you? Why do you keep like
Yeah.
opening that door and allowing this? And it's just like really sad because you can tell like she just really loves him and she wants her family not to break up. But like she also clearly is embarrassed since like she didn't tell anyone she was engaged.
Yeah. It's it's just such a like tough situation all around because I think everybody like wants Khloe to be so happy
Mm.
and
That baby shower broke me.
oh, oh my god. The fact that Khloe has all of her sisters like here for her during this whole entire journey, like I think it would be hard for anybody to get through it without like a support
Hmm.
system like that.
Yeah, and she has a big one, so
Yeah.
that's amazing. I do feel really bad for her when like she got her brain scan and I was like, wow, you could
I
see the
know.
trauma. Like that was so heartbreaking. I just feel
Yeah.
like for anyone, I guess like when like your heart breaks like that, I didn't know that there would be such physical like manifestations of that like on a scan.
It kind of made me want to see my brain scan,
Right?
but I'm like at the same time I'm like scared. I'm like, what if I'm gonna find out a pea in there, like two brain cells, and you're like, where's the brain? Um,
We don't need to prove anyone's point.
but yeah, I think Khloe has been so brave, and I'm just so proud of her for going through all of this. Everybody jokes about it. The media like tears her apart.
Hmm.
It's just she's just like getting better and better, I feel like, seemingly.
I I feel like she's getting better at handling it. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I hope she is, because, like, look how, like, thin she got. And as Courtney said this week, when I'm thin, I'm
Yeah.
unhappy. And I feel like that goes for a lot of us,
A hundred
because,
percent.
like, I'm like that too.
So I'm actually the opposite. When I'm unhappy, I like eat everything and I just like sit in bed and just like shovel food into my mouth.
You're sad about it, like it's almost like you don't gain weight. Like I don't know where the calories go because like I mean, not for everyone, but for me, like I ate a lot and like when I was depressed and heartbroken and I still stayed like so skinny and it was like unhealthy. Everyone was like, "Are you okay? Are you eating?" And I'm like, "I'm eating more than ever before." And I feel
Yeah.
like I relate to like first of all, I'm the same like height and like size as Courtney, so it's really funny to me when she was like, "Oh, I was like 91 pounds at my saddest," and I'm like, "Same girl."
No, she looks like the happiest she's ever been. I'm so happy for Courtney and Travis, like the cutest little family. I was seeing this week like people try and like tear it apart, being like they don't live in the same house, and I was like, they live across the street. They're gonna move in together eventually. Like, please, like stop trying to like find something to like tear them apart because they're just like so obsessed with each other.
I really
But
don't see them spending a minute apart.
no, no, they're like making out every second. It's just how it is. And Kim has gotten thinner too as well.
I love the blonde hair. I love the whole look.
Oh
But Kim
yeah.
also like works out twice a day. I mean, so does Chloe.
Yeah. I think Chloe works out like the hardest out of all of them. They were
Oh yeah,
saying
every day I wake up on Instagram, she's already been working out for like 3 hours. I'm like, what the hell, man?
way to make me feel like the biggest piece of shit ever.
Like, I'm like, yeah, I want your body, but like, I don't really want to wake up.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. But go Chloe.
I was happy that she got to go to Palm Springs with Chris and Corey and like third wheel them. I mean, it's a little funny to third wheel like your mom and her boyfriend, but they're all so close and like Chris is so much fun. I would do it.
Oh my god, I just want like a whole show of just Chris Jenner getting high. Like it that was
I
like
would
the
watch
best
it
episode
100%.
ever. Like I was peeing. Like her,
She was so
the,
funny.
the part where she seriously asked, like, how do you get your hair to flip like that? I couldn't stop. I was like, I can't breathe.
She was amazing, and I could tell like Khloe was just looking at her like, "Is this happening right now?"
It's like such a funny juxtaposition because like Chris is like such a boss woman, and like to see her like let loose like that.
I would kill to see those emails she was sending.
I'm dying. Those
Like,
need to be framed. I'm like putting them on my wall.
yeah. So that was amazing. That trip was super cute. And then like the whole Kendall and Kim doing Fashion Week together is always so cute to me.
That was so cute. I love that whole trip. This whole episode was like really fun compared to I think some
Wholesome.
other episodes where like the first two like made me
He's
really
heavy.
really sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was nice to have like the sister bond, the family bond, Kylie getting back into work. Like
Hmm.
everything was kind of like a little bit more positive in this episode, which I loved because it's a little depressing the first
Yeah, you can't
two.
have like every episode be so heavy. Like you need like a lighter, like almost to unload in
Yeah.
between.
I mean, it is their life though. So like if it is heavy, 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 it's like what are you gonna do? But it was nice to see that like things were like
Yeah.
looking up for them. One thing I did find a little
Mm-hmm.
weird is Kendall, she dyed her hair red and she
Mm-hmm.
was like, I don't want anybody to see it. I just want to like have the debut at the Prada fashion show. And I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. Yeah. But you have like access to like the best glam teams in the world. And like, you can just get a wig. Like, you're in Milan. Like, go have fun, girl. Like, what are you doing in bed? Like,
Yeah. I feel like Kim would have shared her glam team happily.
yeah. Yeah. Or
Like,
Prada glam team, I'm sure. Like, anybody's.
yeah. I also thought it was really, really cute that like they were so excited about being invited by Prada and like walking the Prada show. And I had no clue it was like Kendall's first time because I expected her to have done like everything by now. And it's nice that it's still so exciting for her.
Same. And another thing I was so shocked by was in the episode they were like Kim hasn't gotten a Hollywood Walk of Fame star. I was
Oh
like,
yeah.
what? Like Kim is like arguably one of the most famous people in the
Yeah.
entire world right now.
I mean,
So
she's definitely going to get one eventually, but I do think it takes like decades to get one.
I- agreed, but then you like look at some of the people who have gotten one and you're like,
Hmm.
it
I
doesn't
mean,
like
didn't J-Lo just get hers like a year or two ago, like recently?
oh really? I didn't know
Yeah, I was like, all
that.
these like other famous people that have been like famous for way longer, they literally just are getting theirs. So I feel like it for them, it's like the timing, like how long I guess can you stay famous
But like
for?
Kim was saying, like Lassie the dog has,
Oh, hey,
and then
Lassie is huge.
Lassie's the celeb. But like I'm just thinking back because like when we
Yeah.
were at the Met Gala, like every celebrity was like like applause, applause, applause. But then
Mm-hmm.
when Kim came, Kim and Pete
Yeah.
came, it was
She shut
like
it down.
like I couldn't hear,
Mm-hmm.
and it just shows how big of a celebrity she is. So to think like she doesn't
Yeah.
have a star on the Walk of Fame, it's like,
I feel like it's a matter of time, honestly.
yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like and she was so excited about like her episode of like what being submitted into consideration for the Emmys, which was so cute.
yeah,
And
very cute.
like I like that she just like keeps getting excited about all these things that you would think that she'd be like, like used to by
Oh,
now.
whatever, yeah,
And it just shows that there's always like something like a new goal to like strive for, something new to accomplish and look
100%.
forward to.
I'm like rooting for her.
I mean, yeah, I'm kind of sad that her and Peter are done because she was speaking of him like in such a cute way that like she seemed to really like him.
When she was like shopping for him in Milan, and
Mm-hmm.
I
And she was
mean,
just so thoughtful.
yeah, I'm interested to see how it plays out because we're
Like the
gonna,
breakup.
yeah, if they're gonna actually show
Mm-hmm.
it or if they're just gonna like explain it and say, things didn't work out. But I really hope they do show because they haven't shown
How she
much.
feels about it. Yeah.
They just show kind of like little tidbit interactions, but not
Mm-hmm.
really screen time.
It's
So
true. But like now, like almost like how she talks about him and how she like talks about the relationship, it almost like makes me believe, like so far from what we see so far, like those rumors and like blind items of like, Pete being the one to break things off and him being over it and all these things. And it just like it makes me feel like that there could be truth to that because Kim seems so into it.
but then in like week he like got his like
Mm-hmm.
tattoo removed of her
Mm-hmm.
like right away, and so that makes me think the opposite, that like
That he had feels about it.
Kim broke up with
Mm-hmm.
him and he's like, get this tattoo like off of me right away
Because if he
because
didn't care, he wouldn't like
yeah,
remove it.
it
Yeah.
gives him like bad
Mm-hmm.
feelings and he's like upset about it. So
That's a good point. Yeah. Because like it's not like he would be like, oh, I hate this bitch, whatever. Let's get this off my body. I dumped her. Like it doesn't make sense. I
it
don't think he
seemed
would
like he
care
was
that
like
much.
trying to cleanse
Yeah.
himself from like his feelings.
That's interesting. I'm really curious now to see
It could
if they
just be
show.
like a mutual breakup on both
Mm-hmm.
sides, but I mean, those are rare, I think,
I mean,
honestly.
how many breakups are truly mutual?
Yeah, that's what the PR person says.
It's like like someone is gonna voice it first and be like,
we we came to an understanding and we grew apart. Blah blah blah. Like
yeah, it's
you
like I
guys
told this person that we grew apart and they kind of had no choice but to agree.
I kicked them out of my house and I told them
Yeah.
leave and we grew to an understanding.
It's like
Same
I filed for
thing.
divorce, but same but no worries. We're
Oh my
good.
god. Can we like do a little pivot here and go to Tom and Giselle?
Oh my god. That is heartbreaking to me. I love them
Same.
together. They're like the most
Same.
beautiful couple. I don't understand.
Like when the news, like we heard like a little bit of rumors, but I mean,
Hmm.
you hear rumors about like almost every couple in Hollywood nowadays, but I was shook. I
So, do you know what the rumors are? Like, is it just that he came back to football and she was like, nah,
yeah,
I'm
like
not
I
okay with
think
this?
so the story is I think that she's been threatening him with divorce for like a few years now and being like,
For him to
okay,
quit?
yeah, like quit football, like you I basically like give up my
Hmm.
life for you. Like she's a huge model and I think she
Yeah.
kind of like gives up her life to like take care of the kids and like follow
Yeah,
him
I'm sure she's
around to
given
his
up a
games
lot.
and stuff.
Hmm.
Um that's like the thing when you're dating an athlete. I feel like it's
Yeah.
you just have to like surrender every part of your life and just
Hmm.
be kind of like a yes woman in that sense. And I don't think
Like a
Giselle
really
is.
supportive woman.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
you have to really put like I guess them and their career first. And it's funny
100%.
because both of their careers are kind of age sensitive, right? Like they
Yeah.
will like age out faster than any other career and like they would have to pivot.
And I think
So,
Giselle was probably thinking like, okay, we're both aging, like
mhm.
we're both gonna retire and just like chill with the kids. And Tom's like,
Mhm.
okay, I love football too much. I'm going back. So I can see like where Giselle is coming from for sure, if that's the case. But I really, really, really hope that what happens is like this is just kind of like another threat and they
Mhm.
like end up getting back together and he like finishes football after this year.
I mean, I feel like she's probably at a point where she's like, those are
I'm
all
done.
promises. I don't believe you.
Yeah. Who do we think they're gonna date after this? Because like the
Oh
internet
my
has been
God.
going crazy. Like I
P.
saw some
Davis?
people, no fucking way. Like no fucking way.
No,
It's
she would not.
Giselle going to Pete Davidson.
Well, to be
I-
fair, you did not think Kim would either.
I know, but like I just think Giselle is like in a different place. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like it would be hard to like kind of go to like for someone after Tom Brady.
yeah.
Personally, it would be hard for me to top that. Like if that was my husband,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like where do you go from there?
So what I was kind of thinking, I was like, maybe she'll go back to Leo because they had a good run.
Do you think she
Um,
would though? Because she's like a mom of like two or three kids. I don't know how many kids they have, honestly. But
but
like
like,
she's like a full-on mom with like a life and like she's not gonna be following like Leo around and like partying with him, doing the
I
club thing.
I agree, but like maybe Leo's like finally gonna grow up and be like, oh.
Okay. I feel like that's a Christmas wish and that's just not happening. I don't see
It's
that
my
happening.
Christmas wish. I can still see them like going to the Met Gala together. Like there's a photo in my head, and I'm just like,
Mm.
okay, perfect
That
couple.
would break the internet and that would only happen in your fan fiction.
To argue back,
Mm.
Pete and Kim, we never thought that would
Yes.
happen.
That's
And
true, but I
Leo is slowly aging his
aging up.
girlfriends up. Eventually,
Maybe in like five
maybe.
girlfriends.
Yeah.
Either of them wanted to do something for publicity, that would be it.
Yeah, 100%. I think if anything, Tom might actually follow in Leo's footsteps and find a girl who's like
Like a young model.
super young model who
Hmm.
like is fine with him playing football and like following him around basically.
Like, how many more years is he gonna play football for, though?
I know, like
Like,
aren't your
I
joints
wonder.
hurting? Like my back hurts
Aren't
and
you
I'm like
tired?
yeah. Like I just want to sit down, Tom, don't you?
Like, I'm tired watching these people.
Seriously.
Can we talk about the housewives?
Which
Because
ones?
it's been housewives overload, and I would like to discuss Beverly Hills first because this season has been insane and like emotionally a lot.
This season has been crazy. It's been like a full on roller coaster. This finale, like, I just got so angry at this finale, like, especially at
So
Rinna.
angry.
I,
I was
and
like violently angry.
it's funny because, like, way back, I used to be a Rinna stan. And
Really?
yeah, like, way back. And now I just can't stand her.
I feel like there's never been a season of Housewives that I've enjoyed her and that she didn't make me like angry. And like I don't understand why everybody is so afraid of her, is so nice to her and doesn't call her out because I feel like she does things that are like very call outable very often.
And it's not even like rational, her
Like
arguments.
I
Like,
don't get it. Like people just like, "Oh, Reina's going off." Like that's it. I have no more arguments. Like what?
and like the audacity for her to call other people out when she does this herself, like every other episode. Like, she's like, I can't
Yeah.
believe Kathy did this when
Like you unravel
she,
every episode.
you were like kicking people out of your house saying, like, go fuck
Yeah, for
off,
no
basically.
reason.
Yeah. Like,
And like
what?
throwing stuff and getting violent and like nearly table flipping. Like, calm down. We remember. Like, it wasn't that
Yeah.
long ago.
Yeah. I can't even like begin to understand Rena's mind in this episode. Like,
Oh, God.
I think she realizes that she's maybe like aging out of like her housewives era.
Not
And
aging
she's,
out, but more like people are tired of her shit.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Sorry, I used the wrong word there, but like people are just like done with her
Like
and
her
she's
time is
like,
coming to a
yeah,
close.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I think she's just like holding on to like whatever drama she can find, which
Yeah.
is just not looking good on her. And it honestly disgusts me. Like the things
At
she
this
said to
point,
Kathy.
oh my God, when Kathy was trying to apologize and cry and like was like, "Oh, my friend has terminal cancer, this and that," and Lisa's just like looking at her like, "So, what do you want me to say?"
She's like, if I stuck with this, then I would have gotten cancer. And it's like,
Like what?
no,
How
that
are
does not That's
What is the
so
scientific
intense.
measure of cancer? I'm confused. Like, what is this like
Also, like,
hypothesis?
what she's insinuating then is that like people who get cancer are doing something bad and then get cancer, like because they're like hiding something, which is like so
Or holding
fucked
stuff
up.
in? Like,
Yeah.
relax.
It's
It's not even
it's
about you. She wasn't even going off at Rinna. Like, it
ri-
had nothing to do with you. Don't get involved with sister shit. Like, relax. It's not about you. But I just feel like at this point, she's just like throwing random shit at the wall and see what sticks.
100%. And she's just like still in her like soap opera days. She's
Oh my god, when she starts
like
crying, she's like, I can't be here. It's too traumatizing. I can't.
I can't. Like, you need
She,
help. You need help, Brenna. Like,
for real, she acts like she was like under like a she went through like a traumatic experience, like she was like held hostage or something. Like, she acts like something like Dorit's like trauma happened to her. It was like life or death. She thought Kathy was gonna kill her. Like, what?
I had to lock myself in the room. Like,
First of all, if I was
grow
Kathy,
up.
I would be going off at Rinna for the whole
Yeah,
tequila thing. That was so rude and like not cool at all. And just like as a
100%.
friend, it was not cool. Like, you're not my friends with Kendall. Calm down. Like,
Relax.
your real friend is
you're
Kathy
the
Hilton right
one,
here.
and you're the one who's jealous of the Kardashians. Let's just get that straight. You try to dress like them. You try to have their same like lip kit hustle. Like,
Yeah.
let's just call it
You're
a
trying
spade
to
a
like
spade. You are trying to
exactly.
be them.
So I remember when she joined the Housewives, there was like a rumor that she's just trying to do the Yolanda Hadid, like become a housewife so her daughters become supermodels like Gigi and Bella,
I
because she was like
100% believe
jealous.
that.
And then there were like rumors that like Yolanda's jealous of the Kardashians, so she like wanted to like, join the Housewives, blah blah blah. And I just like I get that it's a small town and everybody knows each other and everybody kind of would want to emulate that success of the Kardashians. But like even the Kardashians give credit to the Hiltons. Like, you don't go and say Kathy Hilton is so fucking jealous of the Kardashians.
Yeah. Like, can you sit down a level? Like,
Like,
just
relax.
respect Hollywood royalty a little bit. Rinna and Erica have gone into this like crazy villain era where they're
Mm-hmm.
both like feeding like negative energy off of each other, and it's just
Mm-hmm.
like doesn't look cute.
Bringing out the
Like,
worst in each other
yeah,
and everyone else.
it's like we all love a little bit of drama, but none of this is looking good on either of them. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Erica already was not looking good before this, but
Mm-hmm.
her allyship with Rinna and
Mm-hmm.
everything that's going on is just like
No,
making
it's not a good look.
us. And also, I mean, she's not really helping herself either with the whole like, I don't care about the victims. Like,
I only care about me.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
where did they lose money? Like, show me, show me. It's like, can you just like
I
give
mean,
it? I mean, she has given the earrings back, but it was only after it was like court ordered. Is the thing. It's like she needs to show just like one
okay,
little ounce of sympathy.
to yes, I agree with that because obviously, like, from a PR perspective, if I were her, I would like, definitely play up the sympathy card and like
Yeah.
try to like rehab like your image, like make people like change people's opinion of her, especially if she's innocent. And then on the other hand, I can see that if she is innocent, like she'd be mad. She's like, why should I give up my stuff? And I didn't do anything. Why is this on me? You already took
Yeah,
everything from me.
but
Like,
like,
I
don't
get
you
that
think
side
there's
too.
but don't you think there's like a human like emotion, like if you were actually in that situation where you're like, I still will have like more than any of these victims
Mm,
that were like fucked over that
yeah.
like these are fucking earrings. This can like change their life, and I'm on a show and I'm
Yeah.
famous, and like I can still
Make that
like
money in like a year, probably or less.
exactly.
Yeah.
And they're like these are like families of like dead people,
Mm-hmm.
burn victims. Like they're actually
No, it's
devastated
sad.
by it, and
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if she
Well,
just
I feel
showed
like
like
if you at least pretended to
yeah,
care,
like she
like
didn't.
lie to us.
She's not helping her case. She didn't even try.
I feel like she's really embracing the villain era for sure. Another one who is like came in swinging, trying to be the villain, but then quickly was like, nope, maybe I can't compete with these people, is Diana.
Oh my God, Diana. I really,
I can't with
I
Diana.
can't with this woman.
I was dying because when she walked in and she was like, I said no to Jules because carrots, carrots. I was like, what? I'm like,
This
who does
woman
that?
is on a different planet. Like, I
I feel
can't.
like when you are that level of wealthy and like that level
Yeah.
of socialite, you would have like a little more class maybe to not throw your money around so much in everyone's face and act like you're like it's like you're used to it. Like stop trying to like show off basically. And she just comes across as like a very show-offy girl like in high school.
Yeah, I think it's because she's only had it for so long. Like,
I
she
don't think it
grew
was
up.
that little. Yeah, but like I mean, I don't
uh,
know the timeline,
But it's
but
like
it's
that new,
very
like that new money mentality where
mhm.
she's like still shoving it in everybody's faces.
And she's like, I don't go shopping. I'm allergic to dust. What? I don't remember seeing a lot of dust at like Chanel, but okay.
Okay, there. I need to
Like,
sage
you're not
the
going to Value
hotel.
Village. Like,
I
what's
need to sage
happening?
the hotel before I go. Like, it's just all a little
She's like,
too
my team has to
extra.
go and make me comfortable. Like, okay, we get it. You're extra. You're like, like wealthy and like, like crazy in a fun way.
Yeah.
Like, but at the same time, like I get that she's not interested in trying to be relatable, but like I feel like even like rich people would be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, 100%.
Like
Like,
before she
Kathy
joined,
is like
Kathy,
super rich, and I feel like is
yeah.
like, what the hell is this
And
girl
people thought
doing? Like,
Kathy was extra when she was all like, I
yeah.
have a butler, or like, I don't do this. I don't know how this works in my house. And then like Diana comes and she's like, hold my beer. I got
But like,
this.
Kathy does her like extravagance in like such a cute way. Like when she's at
Right?
Crystal's
Like a
house and
mom way.
she's like, why isn't there something to eat? I'm a little bit hungry. Like,
To be fair, that
yeah,
bothered me because I feel like
same,
Crystal's not a good
same.
host.
I'm like, why don't you have anything out? Like,
Someone comes over to your house, the first thing you do as anyone is like, hey, do you want something to eat or drink?
no
And even
matter
if
how
they say
much
no, you
money
put
you
it out.
have, like you
Yeah.
put something out for someone.
Like
Like it's just
nobody just comes
common
over to
sense.
comes and stare at you. Like what? I feel like when people come over to Kathy's house, he's like, here's some caviar.
Yeah, here's my butler. He's
It's
gonna give us like
hospitality.
a 5 course meal on our little TV stands, whatever.
It's
It's cute.
beautiful. I mean, I would love to go for lunch at Kathy's, but like,
Same.
I just feel like you don't need a butler to like be like to have good manners and be like show some hospitality. Like, I don't know.
It's not about money. It's about
No,
like
it's just weird. I
common
just felt like
decency.
I don't know what like it would bother me as a friend. Like if I went to someone's house and if I went to your house and you were like, "Oh, not offering me anything," I'd be like, "What the hell? Can I have some like wine? Like what's happening?" You know?
It definitely made me uncomfortable. Crystal's like, make yourself at home, but don't.
Crystal's like, "Watch me do the dishes." Like what? What else happened this week? That oh, the jewelry party. Okay, Garcelle is the MVP.
How this whole like
Season.
basically this entire show is
I think they
always
should
the
just rename
MVP.
it into the Garcelle show because she's been the steady, like the most loyal, normal person the entire show. She's been such a good friend, and like none of those people, no, on any season have ever been like consistently a good friend to anyone.
None of them. And like Garcelle's the most logical. Like
Hmm.
it's so funny that when Rinna was like calling out Kathy, like trying to make a big deal out of
Yeah.
it, she was like, Garcelle, why are you getting involved in this? Because
She's like, why are you?
she knows that Garcelle will call her out on her shit,
Yeah.
and she's just like getting nervous.
I feel like Rinna reminds me of almost like a chihuahua, and it's in a way where it's like she will attack you first to like prevent you from actually calling you out. She'll be like, "Oh, Garcelle, like, what are you talking about? What are you coming at?" Because like if she did it to anyone else, they wouldn't say a word. But like Garcelle's like, "Oh, I
Garcelle's
have
too smart
opinions."
for that. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't get like distracted by like Rinna's like outbursts.
She like tears it apart. It's amazing. Like shown time and time again that she's like a ride or die bitch. I
She's
love
a
her.
good
Like,
friend to have, honestly,
yeah,
in like any town. And her and Sutton are like so cute. I love them together.
same.
Like I love them. And I think the way she handles like Erica and Rinna and all of them, like Kyle should learn from her.
I used to love Kyle
Mm.
so much, but I feel like she kind of like plays both sides and
She
it can
does
kind of
sometimes try
come
to,
off a little
yeah.
shady. I I still like her, but I
I mean,
just
I
wish
love
she
Kyle as a person, as a, you know, celebrity, housewife, whatever.
yes.
She is one of like the OG, the favorite, whatever. But and like I think her family is amazing. I think they're so cute. Like, her and Mauricio are cute. And I love what they've built together
Their
on the back of this
family's
show.
the cutest.
Yeah, like I feel like how far she's come from like the first season is like so nice. Like I love that. I love watching her be successful.
Yeah,
But
same.
like the last couple of seasons, she's been just like shit stirring in like the craftiest ways where I'm like, Kyle, you're being a bad friend.
She'll say something to one person and another
hmm
thing to the other person, then be like,
And
"What?
then
How
like
did this happen?"
yeah, and then be like, oh, this person said this to me. Yeah, they did. They're right here. Like what?
And she does her like faces, like,
Yeah. I wasn't saying anything. I do feel bad for her and like her sister, like the whole relationship and like whatever.
yeah, it
But after
that
watching
like
that,
breaks my heart.
I do love that she stood up for Kathy and like was being a good sister and she was like, that's our thing, and like she apologized and like let it go. But like I don't
Your
think she was hard
sisters, like,
enough on
no
Rinna.
matter what happens, like, you're
hmm
gonna be.
Like like you're around me and my sisters. You don't dream of getting involved in our fights. We fight a lot.
I have been
You're like, I'm
involved in
out.
them, and I'm good.
Yeah, you're like, I'm good. Like you figure it out. Because
Yeah,
it's always gonna be like the random person who's gonna end up at fault. Like, don't get involved
yeah,
with sibling fights. Like,
yeah.
it's family.
Like Rinna just seemed like she wanted to like drill it in because she wanted to take the
Okay.
spotlight away from
If
Erica.
that was my
Just
sister, I would tell her to shut the fuck up.
sit
And
down.
yeah, and I feel like Kyle was not being strong enough with her. She was just like quietly just like being upset, and I'm like, voice it, like speak up. Why are you so
Say
afraid of her?
something.
Like this
Yeah.
person's going off about your sister, but apparently they're only going off because they're concerned for you. So tell them not to be concerned.
Yeah, like crying isn't gonna do enough.
Yeah.
Like she's clearly insane.
She did call out Erica and like the whole leak, which I mean, we didn't see any proof, but like if she's saying it, I'm sure she's seen something.
I mean, I think Kathy is like basically the FBI. So if
Yeah,
it came
like
from Kathy's camp, like I
mhm.
believe it.
I don't think anyone would lie to her and like not tell her. I feel like she'd find the truth because I feel like she has those relationships with people and like respect of people that like she'd be getting the truth.
And I think Erica's dying to get the attention off of her right now.
Yeah, which I understand. And even if Erica didn't know about it, if it was just her publicist, I get why it would be like a good opportunity like to do that.
But did you notice on the way over to the party, Rinna was like, "Oh, my publicist keeps saying that Kathy is trying to squash it." And I'm like, "Why are you like having these
hmm
conversations with your publicist?" Like,
Why do you care? Oh, so
yeah.
yeah, if you heard from your team that Kathy's working really hard to like bury this, and you keep bringing it up, clearly you keep leaking it.
Is anybody else discussing this with their
Yeah, how is
publicist? I
anyone
don't
gonna
think
know?
so. No, nobody else cares. Everybody else is just like living their own life.
And to be fair, after all the stories that were happening before the episode aired, oh, of the Aspen meltdown, Kathy like left, blah blah blah. I thought it was gonna be way worse.
Oh,
Like
100%. I
I
thought
was
there
like kind
was
of let down.
yeah, I was like, oh, Kathy's gonna be canceled. Like,
Yeah, I
she's
was like,
gonna
what
be
horrible things was she
fired. She's not gonna
saying?
be at the reunion.
She was like
And
nearly calling her racist and shit. Like it was
yeah,
like big accusations, and I was like, whoa, what did she say?
where are the receipts? Like,
Yeah,
give us
there was
something.
none. And like honestly, if Rinna really wanted to like screw with her, she could have recorded her while she was saying these things. Like,
But like, why didn't she like text Kyle or something while this was happening? Why didn't she call
she was
anybody? Be
texting
like,
Erica, so convenient.
exactly. Her partner in crime.
Exactly. Now we're gonna talk about the whole purple getup.
Oh my God. Like, can you just be more obvious that you want to be the Kardashians? And then also her reunion look is like a
I didn't
dead
see
cop.
it.
It's the leopard print dress that Khloe wore, I
The
think,
Dolce.
for Kourtney's wedding. And it's
It was a
like,
vintage Dolce.
you're so obvious about this. Like, just, and you have the audacity to be like, you are trying to be like the Kardashians to Kathy. And it's like, no.
No, nobody's trying to be like the Kardashians more than Lisa Rinna and her daughters.
Yeah. It's embarrassing.
I mean, just because your daughter dated Scott Disick for like a hot second doesn't mean you're besties with Kendall Jenner and have to like support her tequila on your show.
I feel like this is somehow getting back to Kendall and she's pulling a whole Mariah Carey. I don't know her moment. Like, there's no way Kendall even wants this advertisement coming from Lisa Rinna of all people. She's like, I'd like to be excluded from this narrative. Thank you. I mean, Kendall isn't even friends with Amelia or Delilah Gray. Why would she be friends with middle-aged soap opera Lisa Rinna? Like, it doesn't make sense. Ugh, I can't even talk about Lisa anymore. Like, she makes me angry. Let's move on to another topic.
I just finished actually catching up on the new first 2 episodes of Salt Lake City, and I just feel like a lot is happening. It's like it's already intense. It's only been 2 episodes.
This season is giving. I'm here for it. We're getting like Lisa being accused of sleeping with someone for her Vita tequila. We're getting
and jazz ticket.
Oh my God, jazz tickets next episode. Like, what?
I can't wait to hear that.
That is.
I don't think they're worth it, honestly, but okay.
Imagine they're not courtside.
Oh my God, I would die. I just find it so crazy how like Lisa Barlow went from being like my favorite person on the show, the most normal one, to like completely unraveling last season and now dealing with all the repercussions.
So she's so chaotic, but like I'm obsessed with watching her. Like having her on my screen like makes the show.
She makes the show.
She was not on the show, like I think it would be so boring. Like the part where they did the montage of her talking shit about everybody, I was just like
that was like I was cringing so hard. I was dying.
But like living for it that she's like the drama of the whole show.
She had something to say about everyone.
Yeah. Heather's a good time girl. Like that part killed. Like it goes all the way back to the first season.
Yeah. And like she always like came in with like little comments that like made people like be like, huh? Really?
Yeah. I love the editing that they do on Salt Lake City. It's amazing. Also, I was just dying at the fact that they're all like, we have to do a before prison trip to celebrate Jen. It's like, what is this?
She can't leave the country.
Is this her like baby moon but for prison? Like what is going on here?
When Meredith is like, I would prefer the Maldives or Bali. Yeah, same bitch.
We're gonna go to Arizona, which is basically like Utah but somehow more white. Deceased.
Like what? Is that possible? Like I didn't know that existed.
No, I've been to Arizona. It does exist.
No, but like I thought like Utah was the whitest.
The whole like trip was hilarious, and them giving Jen the best room because they're like, she's gonna be in prison soon, so you're gonna be sharing a cell with like maybe like 2 or 3 roommates. So like you get the best room.
It was like sweet, but like so funny and like sad. Speaking of sad, the whole Jen crying about her innocence and like crying with a shaman, crying to her mom, like, and then pleading guilty.
Like, I feel so bad for her mom and like her family in general, but like she made her mom like empty out her retirement savings account to fight her legal fight that she knew that she was guilty for.
She should have just pleaded guilty from the beginning.
Just be fucking honest to your family, at least at the bare minimum.
I don't get it. When you're doing something illegal, How the hell do you go on reality television? What kind of balls do you have?
I don't get it. Like it happens all the time, clearly. It
Yeah.
happened with like the Judices, it happened with
Yeah.
Erica. It's not happening with Jen Shaw. Like it just doesn't make sense.
You really think you're gonna be the one person that no one's gonna look into?
No. It's
And it's always the craziest ones, the ones everyone wants to look into. Like they're the most like out there ones.
they always have the shadiest backgrounds and they're like,
Yeah.
look at
And the
my
flashiest lifestyle.
9,000 square foot house on a coach budget.
I actually prefer the new one. I did not like the old house. I thought
Yeah,
it was really
very
like
tacky.
I didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
I like Whitney's house a lot actually. I think it's like nice and modern.
Yeah, it's really cute. I love her little speakeasy thing that she just added. It's so cute.
So cute.
I
Speaking of
feel
Whitney,
so bad for her.
so sad.
It's like
I can't even like imagine like blocking out your entire like youth. Like from 9 to 17 is a long time. That's like you're old.
And to have that like play out on television where you're like
Oh,
remembering
God.
everything is just like
Poor girl just
I
trying to heal for 3 seasons.
I know. And like, okay, I feel for her so much, but I'm just kind of like, okay, you need like real therapy, not like this like weird like energy healing. Like this is
Yeah.
like deep traumatic stuff that like
really
you need
serious
to go to
trauma.
a professional for and not just someone who's gonna sage your like place. I'm sorry. I love her and I like really feel so bad for her, but I'm just like, please go to therapy. What are you doing with these like shamans?
Yeah. Maybe like do that and talk to someone.
Yeah.
I just
If
feel
this,
like this is not
helps
enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I felt really bad for Meredith and Lisa because I love them together, but it was really
Same.
funny to me. The New York trolling was incredible.
Oh my God. The I Love New York merch is like top tier level shade on Meredith's part. Like
Meredith is so funny.
and then I also love that they next episode they're doing the garbage trash horror party theme. Like that's just kind of iconic.
I kind of want my next birthday to be themed.
Yes. Should we go for that as Halloween garbage trash horrors?
I feel like not enough people would know. I would love to do
They'll
that.
just actually gonna think we're garbage trash horse.
Yeah, probably.
My favorite part is how Lisa's she's like shoveling it under the rug. Like she's like, we've been best friends for like 10 years and I did one mistake. I just like called her a whore that slept with all of New York. Like I just don't understand. Like that's all I did.
Move on. I forgave myself. You should forgive me too.
What?
The I forgave myself part was my favorite.
Oh my God. The levels of delusion is amazing.
I was just like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's like not up to you. That you told your best friend in 15 years that she slept with all of New York and is a whore.
She had
and cheats on her husband.
And that she has no money. Cool.
It's not my fault she's a cheating whore. What? I feel like if you said that about me in a fight, I'd be like, you may be dead to me.
This is like blocking and like never seeing you again kind of grounds.
Like on national television, like with our grown children and everything. Like these people did Hanukkah together, like what?
Best friends for 10 years, but
yeah.
And she's like, I just don't understand. Like, I want to talk about it. And you're like at a party, and it's like, this is the right time after like not reaching out for so long. This is
she's like, cameras are here. Let's talk about it.
Let's hash this out. Like, no.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like if she really, really felt bad, she would have maybe tried to be like move past it before the cameras started filming.
Yeah. Oh, Lisa. That many months letting it go is so fucked up.
Meredith is like, bitch, you're dead to me. I'm done.
I love Meredith. She's like, I'm disengaging. We're over.
I wasn't comfortable coming to the shaman thing, honestly.
I'm surprised she even came. I was hoping to see her like
just come after.
Bath, like...
Yeah. Exactly. That's something I definitely can see her doing. Another thing that was like actually made me feel bad for Lisa was like her son and college, and I was like, what is happening? How spoiled are you?
Oh my God, her son was like a little brat. I'm like, But at
I
the
was
same
like,
time, I'm
bruh,
like, this is what happens when you give your kid like
a business?
companies when they're like
Yeah,
5 years old and you like make it seem like they're doing all of it when it's like you
exactly.
just bankrolling it and they're like, I'm the best. I don't need school.
And
It's
they
like,
feel like they graduated business school and they're good.
yeah,
They have the experience of life.
he's gonna go on to like start some scam crypto business or
A
something.
hundred
Like,
percent. Move to Miami.
can we talk about Kim and her crypto scam? I mean,
Oh yeah.
I like, okay, you have so much money. Why are you doing these like scammy things? Like,
It's
we
like,
say
how much
no
are they
to
paying you?
scammy ads, and we
Yeah,
are
we get pitched
nowhere
those
near
things.
as rich as you. So, like, why are you accepting those? I just
Like,
don't
how much?
understand.
I don't believe they paid her more than she now has to pay the SEC.
No,
Like, I don't
I think
understand.
I saw that they paid her $200,000 for the
That's
story.
it.
Yeah,
And she's now has to pay like million point two or something.
yeah. Also, that like really like makes your brand look bad. Like, are you
Yeah, it
really
cheapens.
dying that much for like
Mm,
$200,000 when you can get it in so many more legitimate ways as Kim Kardashian? Like, I just don't
exactly.
understand.
It cheapens her brand when she does that. Or like when all the Kardashians do those like loop giveaways. Like I never get
Oh my
that.
God, I don't get it. It
They're
doesn't
like
make
making
any
those
sense.
illegal. I'm confused.
Why would you want
Yeah.
people not to trust you and then every other product that you push out is gonna be looked at
You
that way,
have
maybe?
legitimate businesses at this point. I
Yeah.
feel like she's like 10 years above that in her career.
Yeah, like
Like,
they were like doing like 50 like back in like
yeah.
2015, like
This is
that's
like
like
Kardashian collection style. But now it's like she has so much to lose.
yeah. And
Like,
it's just fucked up all around because you're scamming people.
I mean, like, I'm sure she didn't know, but she didn't like care to look into it. I was like dying because like now everyone's like, oh, she's a lawyer and she should have known.
Is she gonna do a podcast episode on that?
Oh my God. Speaking of our podcast, I haven't listened to it yet,
I
but
haven't listened to it either.
apparently it's true crime. And you know, I live for true crime. So I'm
Same,
definitely going to be
same.
listening to it.
It's so funny because it's like, what can't Kim do? She's literally doing everything right now. I love it.
I do like the clever way she married, like, you know, the trending true crime thing with like her like passion for like wrongfully convicted and like prison reform and all of that. I think it's
Yeah,
so smart. Like, that was amazing.
it's so smart because, she got her baby bar. We didn't really foresee her going to court and, starting up a whole law firm, becoming a real lawyer. So this is like the perfect segue into criminal justice reform and also using like her celebrity status to amplify it. Speaking of podcasts, I think we are running out of time on this one. There's just been so much gossip this week to discuss. We haven't even gone through all of it. So stay tuned for next episode where we will be discussing Anna Delvey, J-Lo and Ben Affleck. There's some tea with that. Britney Spears and her Instagram posts. We're really going to get into it next episode, so stay tuned. We will be keeping you updated though on the hour on My Reality Says Instagram account. So if we can't get to it
Yes.
on the podcast, we will definitely get to it there.
We post a lot of like all the news to our stories, so you guys should definitely not miss any
Yes, tell us how you like this podcast. We'd love to hear any feedback and
tips. You know, it's our first episode. Help you girls out. Thank you so much for tuning in. Um, Obviously, we're gonna get better and better at this. Let's hope. But we love sharing our gossip with you guys.
yeah, go easy on us, please. It's our first time, but thank you so much for gossiping with us. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye, besties.